Time for Truth or Fake. Catalina is over by the big map there. Catalina, good evening to you. Today, a poster on social media, where else, detailing the Qatar World Cup restrictions. Allegedly. Truth or fake? That is the question. Catalina.
With the Qatar World Cup just 40 days away, we've seen this poster right here circulating online, allegedly published by the Qatar officials, outlining behavior rules for this 2022 Qatar World Cup for their visitors. The poster reads, "Qatar welcomes you." And here is the list of 8 different rules, including drinking alcohol, homosexuality, immodesty, profanity, and even dating would be forbidden for visitors during this World Cup in Qatar. In this poster, it's been widely shared on social media on different French, Arabic, Spanish, and English-speaking accounts. We have some examples right here. This user claiming the World Cup should be called the suppression of personal liberties, or this other user who posted the poster right here, this infographic, and says, Qatar welcomes you, just not you or you or you, and definitely not a you. So a poster that raises many questions, especially regarding the veracity of these rules. Mark?
Veracity, that is the question. So, truth or fake, is this a real graphic circulating on social media? Back to you, Catalina.
This poster is real and it does exist, but it wasn't created by or published by Qatari officials or by the Qatar World Cup organization. This graphic right here was created by this conservative local citizen advocacy group in Qatar called Reflect Your Respect. And we got this by, the clue was this logo right here. And here they shared this infographic posted on October 1st, 2022, so just some days ago. A campaign that they created for visitors in Qatar to respect their local culture and customs. So this this alleged FIFA graphic was so widely shared on social media that even the official World Cup organization posted it on Twitter and said, the Qatar welcomes you graphic circulating on social media is not from an official source and contains factually incorrect information, which we will check. So an infographic that was shared online, but out of context. This infographic was created by this advocacy group, not by Qatari officials. Mark?
Catalina, I've covered a World Cup before. It was in South Africa, football hotbed in Africa. It was an amazing experience. I'm kind of wondering what will happen in Qatar, and then back to what you've just been talking about. What will the actual restrictions be?
Without a doubt, this will be one of the most restrictive World Cups we've known in our modern days, at least. So even though this poster wasn't shared by Qatari officials, this doesn't mean that there won't be any restrictions during this World Cup in Qatar. Mark Owen Jones, who is a Middle East expert, says more disinfo about this Qatar World Cup, where he posts this infographic saying that no, alcohol hasn't been banned, and in fact, drinking rules have been relaxed, amongst others. So we're going to review these rules a bit more. For example, let's review the rules on attire while in Qatar. We found this in the Qatar tourism website, where they post their travel tips from A to Z. Their first tip is on attire, where they say attitudes toward dress in Qatar are relaxed, but visitors should avoid excessively revealing clothing in public. So here's one regulation that visitors should follow. Then let's verify their alcohol restrictions as well. We have right here, if we go to the Doha guides, we could see that drinking alcohol in Qatar, important rules to know. We do know that it's illegal for people over 21, but it's important to know that that drinking in public is strictly prohibited and illegal in Qatar. Then we have this article by Middle East Eye, where we can see the specific guidelines for World Cup visitors, where they say that alcohol will be allowed, but just during 19 hours a day and at special fan zone venues as well. So here are some of the restrictions. And then if we're going to review some of the restrictions on same-sex couples, we do know that same-sex public display of affection is illegal in Qatar. But here in the FIFA's website, website, there was a question and answer section where some asked, are non-married friends of different genders or couples allowed to stay in the same room? Where they reply, yes, there are no restrictions. However, according also to this Reuters article, this doesn't mean that some Qatar hotels won't accept some same-sex couples despite these FIFA promises. So if you're heading to Qatar for the World Cup, it is important to look at these guidelines before heading there. Mark?
Catalina, thank you very much indeed. Truth or fake, you decide. That's it for this segment. Stay with us. More to come live from Paris.